Our scriptural text comes from the 14th chapter of the book of Joshua, verse 6 through 13 in the New Living Translation. There you'll find these words. A delegation from the tribe of Judah, led by Caleb, son of Jephunneh, the Kenizzite, came to Joshua at Gilgal. And Caleb said to Joshua, "Remember what the Lord said to Moses, the man of God, about you and me when we were at Kadesh Barnea? I was 40 years old when Moses, the servant of the Lord, sent me from Kadesh Barnea to explore the land of Canaan. I returned and gave an honest report, but my brothers who went with me frightened the people from entering the promised land. For my part, I wholeheartedly followed the Lord my God. So that day Moses solemnly promised me, the land of Canaan, on which you are just walking, will be your grant of land and that of your descendants forever, because you wholeheartedly followed the Lord my God. Now, as you can see, the Lord has kept me alive and well as he promised all these 45 years since Moses made this promise, even while Israel wandered in the wilderness. Today I'm 85 years old. I'm as strong now as I was when Moses sent me on that journey, and I can still travel and fight as well as I could then. So give me the hill country that the Lord promised me. You will remember that as scouts we found the descendants of Anak living there in great walled towns. But if the Lord is with me, I will drive them out of the land, just as the Lord said." So Joshua blessed Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and gave Hebron to him as his portion of land. We're speaking today simply from the subject, give me my mountain. Give me my mountain. Here Caleb is 85 years old. He had received the promise when he was 40 and had waited 45 years for the fulfillment of this promise. Now, what is really impressive to me is that this man said that he was as strong, able to travel, and well able to fight at 85 as he was at 40. He says, I'm as strong now as I was when I was 40. I just want to know what he was eating. What was he drinking? What was his exercise routine? To be in the same shape at 85 as he was at 40 years old. You know, I'm convinced that there is something extremely empowering about a prophetic promise. There's something empowering about a dream, about a vision, and Caleb had something to live for. You need to always have something for which to live, something that excites you and gets you out of the bed. Nobody just wants to just wake up in the morning and make the donuts. You ought to have something that says, let's break the routine. I want something out of the ordinary of what I do every single day of my life. I want something to look forward to. Everybody needs something to look forward to. It keeps you young. No matter how old you get, I don't care whether it's the family reunion. I don't care whether it's an annual vacation to go somewhere. And you know how old folks are? They start packing 2 weeks in advance, a month in advance. They're talking about where they're going and what they're going to be doing. See, that's something out of the ordinary. It puts some pep in your step. You know, you'll be ready 2 hours ahead of time, sitting there, fully dressed, waiting on them to bring the car around so you can get in, you know. But you got to have something to look forward to, some place to go. You ought to have something that breaks the routine of what life is. Life is not designed just to get up every single day and do the same thing day in and day out, getting up, getting ready, getting dressed, driving through traffic, battling, dealing with crazy folks, and working all day, coming home, trying to eat dinner, fix something to eat, help children with homework, and then start the whole rat race over the next day and go all during the week like that and having a routine. Your life, you can get on autopilot when you live your life in routines. And some of you know what that autopilot feels like because you're driving and you get home and you don't even remember passing half of the stuff that you passed by, and you almost just come to at a certain point and you're pulling off at your exit. Pulling at this, going into the street, and you don't even remember how you got there because your life is so routine. You're taking the same route every day, and you just zoned out. And we're on autopilot. You got to have something for which to live. And this man had received a promise when he was 40 years old This was not just everyday kind of territory that he wanted. He wanted the land where giants walked. This was the land of the giants of Anak. And he said, that's what I want. And Moses said, because you followed the Lord wholeheartedly, he says, this is going to be your land when you come into this land. 45 years later, now it's pay time. It's time to deliver and cash in on this thing. And now he says, give me my mountain. I want the hill land, the mountainous area that you promised me 45 years ago. I'm here now because I want to get the deeds to the land that you promised me. And he's there now to cash a check. But I just remind you, you are only as old as your latest dream. You ought to always keep a dream on the inside of you. You're only as old as your latest dream. You're only as old as your latest dream. You always need somebody in your life that teaches you how to dream. You need somebody in your life that teaches you how to dare. And you need somebody who teaches you how to die. And the man who's a reference point for me in my life that teaches me how to dream is Tommy Barnett. He's turning 81 years old this month. And he's still dreaming dreams. He's got a dream now where he's believing God for somebody to give him $1 billion so he can establish dream centers in various places around the world to help the poor and the least, the lost of every society. He's got a dream on the inside of him. Before he ever got anything, when he was just dealing in thousands, he had a dream that somebody was going to give him $1 million to be able to help him to do the dream center. Guess what? One day somebody wrote him a check for $1 million. And he's 81 years old now, still living with dreams, still energetic, still fired up, still walking around, still teaching, still speaking, still inspiring, still telling people about the process of what it takes. He had a dream of building this thing on the prayer mountain there. He had the dream for 25 years before it manifested. He's a dreamer. Dreams empower you. They give you something to look forward to keep up. And that's why I said you're only as old as your latest dreams. You've got to always keep a dream on the inside of you. You've got to always keep a dream on the inside of you. It's very, very important for each of us. And Caleb is the son of Jephunneh. The name Jephunneh means this: he who beholds. It is the one who beholds. He who beholds. That's what his name means, he that beholds. He's the son of a man whose name, he who beholds. In other words, he's a noticer. He's the son of a looker. And now the name Caleb means bold. It means impetuous. It means courageous. So there are some people that behold stuff, but they don't have the boldness to go after. He's got a combination of it because he's the son of the man, he that beholds. But his name means bold. So you know how, young men, they see a girl that they're attracted to and then they all shy and insecure and they feel like, well, she'll never speak, she'll never say anything to me. She'll never do this. Well, you see, Caleb was different. Caleb could see it and then had the boldness to go after it. He said, yeah, I see it. She's fine. And he's like, I'm going up to her. I don't have her now. I don't have anything to lose. So he was going to holler. So Caleb was the one who saw it and had the boldness to then go and holler. Touch somebody and say, give me my mountain. You got to be at a place in your life where you're looking at something. He that beholds, you got to be looking at it. You got to be looking at something that stirs desire on the inside of you. And listen, the proof of desire is pursuit. Don't tell me that you want something real bad and you're not going after it. I really do want a job. Yeah, really, the proof of desire is pursuit. Yeah, baby, I really want you. The proof of desire is pursuit. Pursuit. And listen, here's the deal. Whatever obtains and maintains your attention will ultimately change your life. Whatever obtains and maintains your attention will ultimately change your life. That's why you have to guard what you put in front of your eyes. Because you start looking at drugs, you start looking at alcohol, you start looking at pornography. Whatever obtains and maintains your attention will ultimately change your life. But if you set in front of you some life goals, some plans to go to college and to finish school and to develop a trade or to get certification in a particular area, and you start looking at that every day, If you start looking at it, whatever obtains your attention and maintains your attention, that I'm going to become a doctor, I'm going to become an architect, I'm going to become a teacher, I'm going to become a CPA, I'm going to become a professional dancer, I'm going to become a spoken word artist. Whatever it is that obtains your attention and maintains it will ultimately change your life. If you keep playing with trash, if it obtains your attention and maintains it, and 5 years later you still dealing with trash, it'll change your life. It won't be for good, but it'll change your life. I'm just telling you a principle. Whatever obtains your attention and maintains it will ultimately change your life. It'll change your life. And my question to you is, what mountain is in your view that you want to possess? What mountain is in your view? What are you looking at? What are you looking at? What are you beholding? What are you beholding? Because you become what you behold. You become what you behold. You become what you behold. And listen, here's the deal. You get to choose what you look at. If you don't want that, why are you looking at it? Because if it obtains and maintains your attention. See, there are some things that obtain my attention, and you can look at it and you say, but you know what? That's not for me. Bounce the eyes. Look at something else. Look across the room. Bounce your eyes. Bounce your eyes. That's not for me. It may look good, but it's not going to do good. Not everything that looks good to you is good for you. And sometimes what's good for you is uglier than homemade sin, but it's good for you. But whatever obtains and maintains your attention will ultimately change your life. What are you willing to wholeheartedly follow in order for God to allow you to be able to possess it? You got to ask yourself some questions. And I encourage you to do this. Always keep something in front of you that you are looking forward to experience or to enjoy or to possess. Always keep something in front of you that you're looking forward to experience, to enjoy, or to possess. I don't care what it is. It can be going to Junebug's cookout in their backyard. You need to have something that you're looking forward to. That if I work all week, come Friday, we're going out. We're going on the town. Come Saturday night, we're going out. And it can empower you. It can pull you through the week by what's going to happen on the weekend. Did you know that Monday morning is a time that more people die on Monday morning than any other day during the week? I don't think it's a coincidence. I really don't. Now, trust me, if somebody dies on Friday night, they were sick, for real. If you die on Friday night, you were sick. You got to always keep something in front of you that you are looking forward to experience, to enjoy, or to possess. You got to have something, a promise, a dream, a vision of something that you're looking forward to experience. I'm going on this cruise next year. You got to look forward to something. Look forward to something. I'm going to get a chance to spend time going back to my old hometown. It's got to be something that you look forward to, some experience that you're able to look forward to, something that you can possess that you're looking forward to. That I can't wait until I can retire. I can't wait until I retire and be able to draw my money in without penalty. Have something to look forward to. I can't wait until my children get out of diapers. I always kept something. My God, I had 4 children under the age of 5 at one time. And these children were in diapers, and diapers are expensive. It was just doubling my grocery bill. And I just set it as a goal. I said, Lord, I'll be so happy when all of my children get out of diapers, training pants, and just get me off of the formula and out of the diapers. I'll be so happy when I don't have to carry a baby bag anymore. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I'm just trying to get to the next stage. Just something to look forward to, something to experience, something to enjoy, something to possess. Touch somebody and say, give me my mountain. You got to have something in front of you that you're looking forward to enjoying, to possessing, and to experiencing. You got to keep something in front of you at all times. Keep something in front of you. So here's Caleb now. He's 85 years old. And he's saying, give me my mountain, give me my mountain. Because the promise that Moses gave to Caleb gave him hope. It built hope within him. And here's the thing, is that when hope is born, action will invariably follow. When hope is born, action will invariably follow. So whenever you have hope, hope has drawing power. And so it forces action. I mean, if I hope, ladies, if you are hoping that somebody will notice you, invariably it will cause the action of getting your lashes put in. Because if he gets your attention and looks into your eyes, baby, when you bat, you know, he needs to feel a breeze. When he sees you, he needs to see you. He needs to see you. It's like, my God, did you see her eyes? Look at those eyes. Look at those. It's a central focus. I mean, my God, if you know, I looked in my wife's eyes, I got lost. I'm like, what color is that? My wife's eyes were like a mood ring. I didn't know whether they were green or gray or blue. It depended on what kind of color her outfit was. We got married, and if I wanted to bring that color out, I'd buy her that color. I'd buy aqua things and gray things and pink things because it brought out different facets of colors in those eyes. I got lost. It obtained my attention and maintained it and bam, changed my life. Give me my mountain. Give me my mountain. Give me my mountain. Give me my mountains. See, what lashes do, they enhance what you already have. If you're on a stage and people can't see you, I don't know whether you ever seen people on a play, but they overdo the makeup to bring out the features. Because if there's a distance that people can't see how wonderful your features are, so you do things that will enhance the features and they can see them, so you can obtain and say, bam, who was that? It's just to obtain the attention, just to obtain it, and then maintain it, and it will ultimately change your life. But when hope is born, action will invariably follow. When you find people with hope, it will inspire action. If you find people with hope, it will inspire action. When you find people with hope, it will invariably inspire action. Action will follow. And it was this dream, this hope that Caleb had, that one day I'm going to inherit the mountain, the land of the giants. And he's like, I'm a peon, but one day I'm going to own the land of the giants. That's going to be my land. That's going to be my territory. And God's going to allow me to dispossess them so that I can possess it. He said that at 40 years old, 85 years old, now he's inheriting that promise. Caleb didn't have a bucket list, he had a promise list. And that's one thing to have a bucket list. Bucket list is stuff that you want to do before you die. A promise list is stuff that you want to live to do. You want to live. The focus is on life. You have a promise list. Find a promise in God's word. But so at 40 years old, Caleb literally had a promising life. He had a promising life. And so Caleb had already identified his mountain. He had already identified his mountain. And he said, I want this mountain, Anak, where the giants of Anak are walking. He identified his mountain. You got to be able to identify your mountains. You know why? Because you cannot possess what you do not perceive. You cannot possess what you do not perceive. If you can't perceive it, you can't possess it. If he doesn't see you, he can't choose you. If she doesn't see you, she can't choose you. You cannot possess what you do not perceive. If you don't see that this is going to be an opportunity, if you don't see that this is going to be a stock that I can use, if you don't see it, you cannot possess it. You have to be able to perceive it. And my question to you is, have you identified the mountain that you need to conquer yet? Have you identified the mountain that you need to conquer? Caleb had identified exactly what he wanted to conquer in his life. And if you're still meandering around and you don't know what it is that you really want, the thing that you might need to conquer, it might be some new opportunity. It could be a love interest. You might need to conquer fear, low self-esteem, feelings of rejection. You might need to conquer procrastination. You're tremendously gifted, but you procrastinate too long and you miss so many golden opportunities. Your mountain might be trying to get over some addictions in your life. It could be tackling weight problems. It could be relationship problems. It could be money issues. It could be anger issues. It could be lust. It could be greed. Sometimes the mountain that you need to conquer is self. Because sometimes we are our own greatest hindrance. And if you can ever conquer yourself, I love what Sir Edmund Hillary, the one that climbed the mountain of Mount Everest, said. He said, it's not the mountains we conquer, but ourselves. It's not the mountains that we conquer, but ourselves. Because the mountain introduces you to yourself. The mountain challenges you to grow, to be able to traverse it, to be able to endure the climb. And see, there's so many people that climb up to the top of mountains and then they like, look at me, look at me. You don't climb a mountain so that people can see you. You climb the mountain so you can see the world. And what you see changes your perspective. What you see once you climb the mountain empowers you. Once you climb the mountain, it gives you fresh perspective. It clears your head. You conquer self, not the mountain. The mountain only resembles challenging areas in your own life, and when you learn how to do it on the mountain, you have figured it out in yourself. C.S. Lewis said that you're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. You're never too old to set another goal or to dream a new dream. But climbing or taking a mountain makes you tired. It makes you vulnerable. It makes you exposed. I want to be honest with you. It's not an easy job. That's why a whole lot of folks don't climb mountains. Because it makes you tired, it makes you vulnerable, it makes you exposed. In fact, this is where when people are walking in life and they're trying to climb the mountain, and what happens, you know, it takes a whole lot of different effort. You know, when you just walk on the same level, that's one thing. But when you start escalating, steps are designed for escalation. See, there are too many people that read a step. When the Bible says the steps of a good man are ordered of the Lord, Psalm chapter 37, verse 23, we interpret steps as 1 foot in front of the other, as a step. That's not really a step, 1 foot in front of the other, because you're on the same level. When you really start stepping, a step is for elevation. Steps take you up or they take you down. And here's what happens, is that we start making steps in life and we start climbing and we get a little bit up the way. And then we say, this is good enough. Now I can see pretty good from here. And there are some other steps to conquer. And we've only gone halfway. And we sit down at the place that has given us a little elevation, because I'm doing better than I was. And that's good enough. You know what that's called? Mediocre. The word mediocre literally means, check it out. I've already done the etymology. But it literally means middle of the rock. You climb middle of the rock. You climb to the middle of the mountain and say, that's good enough. That's good enough. There's no need in my going all the way up to the top, because I can see the whole town from here. But if you don't settle for just being at the middle of the rock, you can see more than just the town. If you'll just rise up, make some extra effort, and climb all the way up to the top, now instead of just seeing the town, I can see 7 states around, because I went to the top. My perspective is now greater because I didn't quit, because I persevered, because I followed the Lord with my whole heart, so that you don't settle on something that's just okay, that's just average, that's just run of the mill. Because when a woman obtains a man's attention and maintains his attention, he doesn't want to take her to an average, mediocre restaurant. He wants to take her to an excellent place that has immaculate service, where the server has his hands behind his back and a white napkin over the arm, and he talks with an accent. Good evening, my dear. You want something that speaks of excellence. You don't want something that's just okay. something that's just run of the mill, something that is just average, somebody that has come up a little bit of the way because they got it halfway right. You want them to do it over and over until they have mastered it, until you have finished it and come to the peak or develop your capacity in the piece as much as you can so that you capture somebody's attention who's hearing you play for the first time. You want to be able to have a perspective so that that perspective now changes you. You are limited in your life to the exposures of your life. And there's only so much that you can see when you're in the middle of the rock. That's why Zacchaeus became an exceptional man when he climbed over the people. Everybody who was blocking his view, he climbed over people because he couldn't see Jesus because of people. And how many people are like that in their life? They don't even want to come to church because they say the church is full of hypocrites. You need to climb a tree and get over people so you can see Jesus. The same hypocrites that you find in the church or down at the bank, they're at Walmart, they're in the grocery store, you're going to find them at the drugstore, you're going to find them in line at the post office, you're going to find them in school with you, you're going to find these folks everywhere you go, and you don't want to go to church? Not y'all here, but other folks. Climb your mountain, get in a tree so you can get over people and get a perspective that empowers you, that refreshes you, that energizes you, that helps you to be able to see the possibilities of what you can do and when you need to do it. It'll show you where the congestion is. It'll show you where the green land is. It'll show you that this thing is not forever. When you're down there, it looks like a mountain, but when you get up here, it looks like a molehill. It puts everything in perspective for you. Touch somebody, say, give me my mountain, give me my mountain, give me my mountain, give it to me.
Thank you for watching Power for Living with Bishop Dale C. Bronner. Join us again next time for Power for Living, where revelation is power. Power for living.